Currently, Cornerstone is in the middle of our hunger cycle, in which we're producing 9 plays over 6 years, all which deal with issues of food equity, resource scarcity, etc., in communities across California. So we get asked this question a lot. How do we measure success? How do we measure impact? I think the most important thing, or the thing that stays with me the most, are the stories of partnership with both individuals and organizations, and really the impact we've had on individual lives. Seed, which we performed in fall 2012, focused on people who live primarily in South LA, food activists in their neighborhood, people who are trying to change the culture of eating and resources in their communities.
The last time I auditioned for anything was probably 1979. I had never heard of Cornerstone Theater before, and I saw that they were having open auditions, so it was an adventure.
Do you want to die from diabetes? Do you want to have a heart attack? Let me introduce you to a friend of mine.
2 weeks later, I got a call saying, we'd like to offer you a part in the play. I was shocked. I had no expectation that I would ever get a part. The stage manager sent me the script, and I couldn't put it down. I mean, I read it and I went, wow, this is awesome. You know, I was really pleased that people came out to this small theater in a community that they probably heard was pretty rough, and sit in those seats and listen to this message. The play has really opened my eyes to what's wrong with the food system and perhaps what can I do. It fed me. It helped me to realize that I wasn't alone in my belief that something needed to be done. I think it's in the process of changing my life.
You know, after I did this play, I realized that there was a need, and there was something more that I could do. So I came up with a concept called Daily Organics, and just like the ice cream trucks, I would have a selection of fruits and vegetables on my truck. They could go to a farmer's market right here on the back of my truck. Definitely an act of faith, because I believe that there are more people in this community that want what I want.
Cafe Vida, the first play in our hunger cycle, was performed in spring of 2012. It was created in collaboration with Homeboy Industries, and very specifically worked with the women who work at Homegrow Cafe.
I had gotten out of jail and I was put on probation, so I needed help. And so I went to Homeboys. I was so proud when I was offered a role. Most of the story was about people that worked in the Homegrow Cafe. I remember there was times that the buses weren't coming and I missed my bus, and I would have to wait an hour for the next one, and somebody would call and say, the cops pulled me over, but I'll be there, or my PO came to my house, but I'll be there, These were some issues that real people were going through while we were doing Cafe Vida. To be able to see the faces of the people watching us perform, and there were real issues probably that they were going through, and that could be my living room right there, That's me right there. Doing the play, having some sense of worth, to be able to visit some of the issues from childhood, to be able to go back and heal. I'm gonna take that pain and all of that I went through, and I am going to project my voice, and I am going to empower women that there is life after abuse, violence, gangs. I think it would be something that it's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life.
Lunch Lady Courage, which we performed in spring of 2013, it's the first major youth community collaboration we've ever done as part of a cycle. We've focused on stories about school food from the perspective of students, teachers, and food service workers.
You see on TV, on movies, their idea of high school. And every time I see, I'm like, that's not, at least not my high school. That is not how it is. And then I see this show that has real input from real high schoolers that are going through high school at this point, and you got real input from real teachers and even the cafeteria people. And you really get to experience what high school is like at this moment in time.
When we first read the play and we started working throughout the play, I started noticing the cafeteria people, and this play made me think more about them and their lives and what they might be going through and how they have to wake up every morning to go to their work. And I caught myself saying thank you more often.
I think this play really brings up to light a lot of things that are usually not talked about. And I'm very grateful for that.
Working with Cornerstone Theater it's amazing. Like, it's a lot of hours, yes it is. You have to put a lot of energy, you have to be committed. I was a bit nervous at first, but then they talk to you and you get to meet them, and then they become one of your pals, one of your homies.
And even after every show, I hear them talk about their mistakes or something that they thought was going to go wrong, but they knew how to troubleshoot now because they got the system down. And to hear them talk like this at such a young age, I mean, I think back to where I was when I was their age, and man, I was nowhere near that.
Seeing people and myself work really hard to do what we want to do in the future, it was very beautiful to me. Yeah.
My hope is that we continue to challenge ourselves, to look at the work we're doing and figure out ways to do it better. I would like to see Cornerstone be able to impact communities deeper, have deeper impact, and also reach more people.
To me, it was all worth it, and I would do it all over again. I know they won't because they're not crazy. I hope they will.
To be honest, I really like everything. Everything. I wouldn't change a thing.
I'll never forget the experience. It was really hard work. It was all worth it.
I guess what I'm most proud of is I think we've made some really exciting, challenging, and beautiful plays. And I'm very proud that through making those plays, in the process, we've impacted people's lives. And I've seen real change happen in the communities we've worked in. And I felt, and change has happened in my life.